Hi guys, welcome to Run BTS Club. Today we are watching episode 63. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh wow. Oh wow. Wow. Mm. Oh wow. Wow. Run BTS School 1. The Saturi's coming out. And of course, Suga is the teacher. Flashback to him rapping. I wonder what kind of penalties they'll get today. The Kim brothers. So I guess V and Jin shares the same last name, but Namjoon is a different last name. So depending on the clans, Taeyong and Jin could be distant relations. So the teacher has to become a team without him knowing because he needs to get the punishment or win. And because of that, he was called 깍두기, which is radish kimchi. And radish kimchi has a hidden meaning, meaning like a +1. So Jimin has it worst if they have to go back to their hometown. Busan is really far. They need to vote on the class president. So this is something only Korea has. Every class has a leader, like each class, not the whole like the year class. Each classroom has a class leader. And we did used to do this in school. and buying hamburgers for the whole class was like a usual thing if you become the class president. I remember buying my whole class like bulgogi burgers in Korea. That's the classic school bell. So Jin saying that he's he's from a noble ancestry. Um, he's not just saying that to say it. Every Korean person in Korea knows their ancestry because we have the ancestry book for each family that goes up to like 40 to 60 generations. The boys over flowers background music. Oh, he knows how to write his name in Chinese characters. I feel like they're like purposely trying to embarrass whoever's. I think RM's being smart, trying to act as a team. I feel like this kind of like voting in class, we do this in elementary school too. I think it really helps kind of understand voting and PR and elections. Jin making dad jokes again. Oh, they're so quick too. So we call that chopwarts chopstick chopstick waltz because when you play it you use two fingers. I don't know if you're familiar with piano, but when you play that song you basically use two fingers like a and it kind of looks like a chopstick, so we call that chopstick waltz. Oh, they're really good though. They kind of figured it out really quickly. Good that they can read sheet music. I feel like they're gonna fail extremely. All right, any questions about this particular episode? I saw a lot of questions before. What's up with JK in this one? He just seemed very sleepy. He probably just woke up. You know how busy they are. And they did mention that he was kind of sleepy. He was so out of it. Any questions about this particular episode? I saw a lot of questions about different Kims. How do you differentiate? If you So you should know where your family is from and which clan that you belong to. Everyone knows that which Kim or which Park or which whatever your last name is, which region and which clan you belong to. So, for example, we mentioned that Jin and V are from the same region of Kim's, so they originated from the same region, but they're probably from different clans, or they might be from the same clan. I don't know, but RM's Kim is from a different region, so it's different. So everyone knows exactly which family, which clan they belong to. So, yeah. And if you belong to the same clan, um, you have a different line. How should I explain this? So let's say I'm let's say Taeyang is the 40th generation of his region, his clan, Kim's. So if he meets someone, if they are from the same region, same clan, but different line, he can tell like, oh, like let's say if he meets like a 60-year-old guy who's actually at the 41st generation, then even if Taeyong is younger than him, the person from the lower generation has to call him like uncle and has to give him respect as an elder regardless of age. And since it's been a long way down and there's a lot of branches, there are a lot of incidents where someone like who's like, let's say, 6 years old could be a higher generation than someone who could be like 80, and they have to give respect to the elder. It's actually very interesting when you look at it. So when they meet, it's like I'm Kim X from the B line in 50. They don't really care about generation unless like you actually get into it. You just say like, oh, which Kim, and then they're like, oh, we have the same Kims. And if you have the same Kims from the same region, then you go to ask like, oh, which clan. And then if you are from the same clan, then they might ask your generation. So yes. Are the Kim Chinese characters also different? Different, depending on the region. I'm sure it's very different. How many regions? So many. And you have to know all that. You just have to know yours, basically. You don't have to know every region, every clan of every last name out there. You just have to know yours in order to figure everything out. Because if they're from like a different last name, doesn't really matter. It, yeah. Hey Kenji, do you think we can watch Running Man versus BTS episode? Maybe if we can get into it. Higher the number, greater the generation status. What do you mean higher the number? No, lower the number, the higher your generation status. How does that work in dating? Oh, there was a law change. Back in the day, I heard that if you're from the same clan, you're not supposed to get married. But it's been branched out for so long that it doesn't really matter anymore. I think if you're not directly related, as in if you guys are further apart than like second cousins, I think it's fine. But I haven't really looked into that. But there was a rule of not dating the same clan back in the day, but they abolished that in like the 80s, I believe. Is it type to date someone from the same clan now? How do families maintain that long history, oral or book? We have a book. We have a book. So, the books of keeping the family names and the family tree, I think the oldest book in existence is from like the 11th century. So yeah, it goes pretty far back. That's like almost 1,000 years ago. Does the book get updated, and how often? You put your so you when you are born, when you are born, your family put your name on the book, and the book is shared between families, and it gets registered into the clan and in the government file, so it's kept well. Yes, it is called chokbo. It gets updated every time someone is born. So yeah. I'm surprised people didn't lose their books during all the upheaval and occupation. Oh, so when you look at Korean history, the eldest male would and his job was to run away with the book. No matter what happens to the family, his job was to run away with the book. Everyone else could be doing something else, but the eldest son, his job, if he's getting attacked by someone or like what happens, it was his job to just book it with the book. And the book was the most important thing of your possession. And yeah, that's how the book survived. And it's amazing. I don't think things like that exist outside of Asia, to be honest. Mm. You learn something new every day. And that's it for episode 63. I'll catch you guys at episode 64.